Hey guys, guess what? This quarantine out in Tecopa that I've been doing on the edge of Death Valley, well, it's all fun and games until the summer heat kicks in. Yesterday was, I think, 104 degrees, and it was hot. I mean, granted, this is the desert, so there's no humidity. So if you've ever been someplace like Florida where it's 90 degrees and 90% humidity, that feels a lot worse. Like they say out here, it's a dry heat. And that does make some difference. Makes it slightly more bearable. But at the same time, it's just hot. It's too hot to do anything. I mean, thankfully, of course, Barry's house has air conditioning, really good air conditioning, matter of fact. Blows real cold. There was a slight issue at first. I think something maybe died inside the machine or something because it smelled real bad. But after a few days, the smell went away. So the problem, fortunately, the problem resolved itself. So as long as you stay in the house, it's nice and cool and it no longer smells bad. But who wants to stay in the house all day? You know me, I'm a nature girl. I want to go out and about and walk around and, oh God, it's too hot to even do that. You know, it's so friggin' hot. The frogs aren't even in the wash here anymore. You know, usually at night I come out here and I've shot footage where you could hear all the frogs singing. Well, apparently when it gets hot, they all go down and hibernate for the summer in the mud. So they're all buried. Anyways, I've been spending a lot of time indoors these last few days and, well, it's kind of a bummer, but guess what? There's been a change in plans and we're actually going to leave for, well, a big adventure. Right now, we're getting into the truck to go get some supplies, but we're not going to go all the way to Vegas. Yikers, that's a Cummins diesel right there. Biodiesel, by the way. Anyway, we're not going to go all the way to Vegas. We're just going to go get a few groceries in the closest town here, which is a town called Pahrump, Nevada. It's about an hour outside Vegas, and it's kind of a, well, it's got a reputation as sort of being, well, a lot of retired people live there. Land is cheaper. I don't know. I guess it's got kind of like a redneck rep. But it's a cool town, and it's only about a half-hour drive from Tecopa. So when we need to get groceries and stuff like that, just, you know, simple stuff, that's where we go. So we're headed into Pahrump right now. Okay, before we go into Pahrump, I also got to mail a letter here. So I'm just going to drop it in the mailbox here at the old post office in Shoshone, California. It's a little tiny town close to Tecopa. And well, there's a mailbox here and it's on the way. This is also where that dreamboat deputy supposedly works. You know, I think he's called the dreamboat deputy, the dashing deputy, supposedly some really hot deputy sheriff here. And it looks like he's in the post office right now. Maybe I ought to peek through the blinds and see if I can see him. Oh, you guys see anything? Because I don't. Oh well, no dreamboat deputy today. Maybe tomorrow. Alright, onward to Pahrump. Barry, how do you like this truck?
It's the best vehicle I ever bought in my life.
What's so good about it?
It's big, it's blue, and
It's a Cummins diesel?
Cummins diesel, yeah. No one makes a pickup truck like Americans, like you Yanks make them. Put it that way.
Okay, we're on the road to Pahrump in Barry's big blue Cummins diesel Dodge. But that's not the big adventure I was talking about. We're just going to Pahrump to get supplies for another adventure, which, gosh, I don't know how I feel about this, but we're going to New York City. I know, man, right in the belly of the beast and all this virus nonsense. Well, Barry has an apartment there that he doesn't really want to keep anymore because of what's been going on. So he needs to go get all his stuff out of it. And, well, he's got got to drive his big blue diesel Cummins truck all the way from Death Valley to New York City to get all his things. And he asked me if I wanted to come along. And well, at first I was kind of like, gosh, I don't know, traveling cross country right now and all this, everything's shut down and crazy. But then I thought, wow, what an opportunity to actually see for myself with my own eyes what is going on across the country. So, gosh, for better or for worse, we're planning to leave tomorrow morning. We're gonna head out from Death Valley up to Vegas to my place so I can pick up a few things and get my mail and stuff. And then we're gonna hit I-15, Interstate 15, and head on up through Utah. And I think you just go up through Utah to I-75 in Colorado to I-80 and basically just take I-80. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out as we're going along. But it should be a really interesting trip. Gonna bring plenty of masks, plenty of rubber gloves, and plenty of isopropyl alcohol so that we don't risk contamination along the way. So in addition to making sure that we're stocked up on all those hygiene items, we also need to get some snacks and food and stuff to keep in the car because, man, taking a road trip in the age of the coronavirus is a different story, you know? Like, used to, you just drive along the interstate, you see a Dairy Queen, you stop, you get something to eat. Well, I don't really know what the situation is going to be like with food, fast food, snacks, anything like that. So we're going to need to bring our own supplies on this trip, kind of like a modern version of the old pioneers in reverse, headed back east. So we're just headed to Walmart up here in Pahrump. Check out this view. This is the long straight shot here on the Charles Brown Highway that goes from Shoshone and Tecopa basically straight into the heart of Pahrump. I can't wait to give you guys a peek at Pahrump so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a trip. Anyway, yeah, man, we're gonna be driving however many thousand miles that is across however many states that is, and well, I'll be reporting to you all along the way. So keep your eye out for a big blue Cummins diesel Dodge pickup rolling through your neck of the woods soon. Man, as far as drives to the grocery store go though, this is a good one. I mean, I know you probably can't see too much out the window, but beautiful desert valley. And gosh, last time we drove into Pahrump, we decided to stop halfway and just go hiking. So we just picked like this random valley where there was kind of like a little off-road, and we parked and hiked way back into a little side canyon. And we found this really interesting, these old stone ruins of like these old cabins where it looked like somebody had been squatting fairly recently. Like there was an old sleeping bag and power tools and like all this weird stuff left behind. You never know what's out here, even on your way to the grocery store. Okay, now we're coming into the outskirts of Pahrump. You can see it's, well, it's in the shadow of Mount Charleston there with the snow on top. Those are the spring mountains that kind of separate this valley from the Vegas Valley-ish. But other than that, yeah, you just see it's kind of like, it's rural. There's a lot of ranches, cannabis. We're in Nevada. Recreational marijuana is legal. And so for that matter is prostitution. There's actually, oh gosh, a few brothels here in Pahrump. I think they're shut down because of the virus. Surprise. But yeah, it's just sort of a sprawling suburb. Oh, I'd guess a good 50% of the houses here are manufactured houses, trailers, mobile homes. But there's some pretty nice properties out here too. This town attracts a really weird kind of person. I mean, aside from all the retired folks, and then there's people who do commute over the hill into Vegas every day. And then there's the brothels, the prostitutes, the people working in the pot shops, the firework dealers. I think they have looser fireworks laws in this county. It's a different county than Vegas. Well, there's also less restrictions on wild animals. So there's a couple places out here where people have tigers, okay, like the Tiger King. And then Heidi Fleiss lives out here, the Hollywood Madam, if you remember her from the news about 10 years ago, 20 years ago. She moved out here to start a brothel for women, actually. She was going to start a brothel with male prostitutes for women, but I guess it never took off. So she ended up opening a laundromat instead, and now I think she has like a parrot sanctuary. Anyway, there's a really colorful population here in Pahrump. Speaking of colorful, Barry got all dressed up to go to Pahrump. Look at that shirt. Looking good, Barry. Barry, do you think you like Matthias from Omega Man?
No, I don't.
One of my fans said Barry looked like Matthias from Omega Man, and Barry did
But I
not.
do have a comeback for you if you want to hear it.
Barry's got to come back to that.
So ask me a question again.
Hey Barry, do you think you like Matthias from Omega Man?
No, I don't. But I think you look like Jane Fonda from the Electric Horseman.
Hanoi Jane! Okay, now we've kind of passed through the outskirts of town. Well, actually, Pahrump just is kind of one big outskirt, but you can see here what I was saying about there's a lot of manufactured homes here. Mobile homes, trailers. You know, it's unassuming, shall we say. And then there's a lot of RVs here too, because a lot of nomadic people use Pahrump as their mailing address. So there's these RV parks here where you can keep a mailbox and they'll collect all your mail for you, and then you can come in every few months and pick it up. So you'll see a lot of RVs here too. Gas prices looking pretty good here in Pahrump.
Oh, look, they're open.
Oh, the ice cream parlor is open. We should go there.
You should.
Uh-oh, we had to do a U-turn because we passed Seymour's Polar Parlor and it looked like it might be open. Here we go. Seymour's Polar Parlor, the world's tallest ice cream stand. No, man, the open sign isn't lit up. It's not open. Wah, wah. No Seymour's today. Oh, man, I would have loved to have some Seymour's Polar Parlor. Oh, well, Barry said he'd buy me a Starbucks. There's a Starbucks in the grocery store. But we're going to Walmart, Barry, not Albertsons. I need to go to Walmart.
Walmart's is next door.
Okay.
Sleep diagnostics.
Yep, there's even the sleep diagnostics place is in a manufactured house. They're not much for brick and mortar buildings here. It's like the whole town just sprung up overnight. It's about population 40,000, I think, and it really sort of hardly existed until the 80s. So yeah, it's a new town, but it's beautiful. Look at that. You see the snow-covered mountain in the background. It's a cool place. I like Pahrump. Oh, there's some real houses with a fancy wall around them. Ooh, them got airs over there. That must be the fancy part of town. Okay, this is like downtown Pahrump. Okay, it is downtown Pahrump. There's one casino in town. It's closed down and it's on the other side of the highway, but this shopping center here is where it's at. Okay, here we are in downtown Pahrump, looking for a shady place to park so that we can get out and go to Walmart and then go in and get a Starbucks. Oh, here's some shade right here. Is it big enough for the big blue Cummins diesel? Yeah, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, now maybe just pull forward a little bit. Perfect. That's good. Just enough room. Let me get my mask. That's the downside. Like, wearing a mask is annoying enough in the wintertime, but now that it's hot, wearing rubber gloves and a mask is like especially unpleasant. Ugh, so hot. And it's not even hot today. I think it's here it's probably only about 90, upper 80s maybe. 90s? I don't know. It's not as hot as it was yesterday. And it's just gonna get worse from here on, you know. Tecopa gets up to like 120 degrees in the summer. Ugh. And it's not just the heat. It's the flies. There's these flies that bite you and they only come out in the hot weather. And I've noticed they're already out and about. Barry's looking sharp as usual. From his head down to his toes. Oh, thank you. Look at that. They spray your cart down for you. Now, how nice. Thank you. Don't want to get those pretty little hands dirty. Okay, let's get what we need to get and get out of here.
What are you?
Hey man, I guess they don't sell pool skimmers here. I don't know if you remember last week last time we went to Vegas, I was going to get a pool skimmer to clean out the hot spring, but, well, apparently Walmart is out of them. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Okay, darn it, they didn't have the nuts that I wanted. I like these special kind of Mexican peanuts that have like this crunchy coating on the outside. So I guess I'm just gonna have to buy those as I go along. We're gonna have to stop to get gas every day, so hopefully I can get them at the convenience store. Starbucks time. Yeah, sure, whipped cream would be great. Yeah, why not? Load her up, thank you. Oh, yum. That's the downside to these masks. How am I supposed to drink this? Well, I guess it's worth risking coronavirus for.
The taste worth dying for.
Barry, you're very health conscious, so we gotta go to a special store to get your snacks. Meanwhile, he just drank one of these Starbucks drinks. Anyway, while he's in the health food store, I'm gonna go see, maybe they might have those peanuts I like over at CVS. I kind of figured out a way to lift up the bottom of my mask to drink this thing so that I don't die for a Starbucks. But it's too hard to do while I'm holding my camera, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Oh, dang it, they didn't have the nuts I like there either. All right, let's go see if Barry's done at the health food store, and then we ought to be able to go back to the ranch. And, well, we got to clean out Barry's truck. I got to pack up a few things for the trip. And, well, if all goes well, we'll be leaving tomorrow morning. Oh, holy wow, wait, hold everything. Look at this rig. Holy cannoli, it's like a lifted 4x4. It's like maybe an Econoline van with a high top and solar panels. Holy moly, this is like the ultimate adventure machine. And it looks like they really get around. Oh, man. Wow, oh, they went to the RTR. Cheap RV living, love it. Oh man, that is my dream rig. Seeing that thing gets me so fired up to go out and have adventures. Well, I guess driving cross country in a pandemic to New York City is an adventure. All right, let's see, where's Barry? There's the health food store. There's some other pretty interesting stores here in Pahrump. Smoke shop. This place here is good. GI USA, it's all like American stuff. Attention burglars, please carry ID so we can notify next of kin. Whoa! How about this one? Stand for the flag, kneel for the cross. That's the kind of place Pahrump is. Okay, let's see. Barry's probably hitting on the chick in the health food store. Oh, he is. Look. Are you ready? Ugh. So good to get that friggin' mask off. Ugh. All right, now we're gonna go back to the ranch. All right, I'm not gonna lie. It's much later in the day. In fact, it's evening already. I guess that trip into the big city wore me out, and well, when we got back, I went in my bedroom and took a nap. But that's okay. I need all the rest I can get. We're going to go to bed early tonight because, well, we got to get an early start in the morning for our big adventure. Man, hopefully everything goes okay. I mean, if everything does go as planned, we were planning to take about 3 or 4 days to drive there because we don't want to kill ourselves. And, well, stay at Airbnbs along the way, which, I mean, I guess we'll bring a big old bottle of isopropyl alcohol and spray everything down. I don't know how it's going to work out, man. This is going to be an interesting trip. But if all goes well, we should be 4 days getting there. And then, I mean, gosh, probably don't really want to hang out in New York City for very long. Just pack everything up in the apartment, bring it down, load it in the truck, and then, well, probably about 4 days driving back. And it doesn't seem like any of the travel restrictions have been lifted or relaxed in most of the states we're going to be passing through, so it's not like we can stop and go to tourist attractions along the way, but I'm hoping that I can at least see a few interesting things on this big journey. But either way, whether or not I see anything interesting, you know, I'll be vlogging along the road, reporting to you live from the heart of America, letting you know what's really going on. So stay tuned.